Tucked away inside your nearest Sega Dreamcast, set up in the console's random access memory, there's a bar, a safe haven for guests and information to roam in, share a bit of their time, and go about their way. Welcome to Ram on the Rocks. Once again, for the first time in a full year, I have the original OG cast here. I have my friends Stevie.
Hello.
And Nick.
Hold on. You hear my cat?
What was that? Okay, now you're all polite and shy and everything. What is this?
What are you talking about? This is just who I am.
Yeah, I'm sure. Outside of me, you're the one person that's been on this podcast the most. I think this is like your 4th episode on the show.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's like we've done podcasts together before or something.
Yeah. Because I think it was the three of us the first one, and then you and I had our Klonoa discussion. I had you on with Pandemonium when we were talking about the Saturn, and now you're here.
That's awesome. What are we talking about today?
Well, I thought appropriately it'd probably be fun to just kind of like talk about the fact that, hey, it's been one year of Ram on the Rocks. I was not initially sure how long or how well the podcast was going to do. It's not like it's cranking out big numbers or anything, but that was never really the point of this particular podcast. This was really just supposed to be a chill space to chat and have fun and everything, and I think it has served that purpose just fine.
Yeah, I heard the intro.
Yeah. Well, I've also been told by people in my Discord that this the podcast is very good for car trips. So I feel like that's about the best acclaim.
Genuinely high praise.
It is. It really is. Yeah, like I've listened to the stuff I'm not on, and like, yeah, you're a great host, have great conversation, and always learn something. It's a good time.
And that's the fun part too, is just like getting like bringing in people all the time and just kind of like getting insight from different avenues and just kind of seeing different perspectives on the industry and just kind of like what random topics that we can get into and talk about. And I guess actually, you know, just in case anybody is not like fully acquainted and hasn't been here since the first episode, I guess starting with Stevie, do the two of you just mind introducing yourselves? So tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, that sort of thing.
Sure. I'm Stevie. I'm a rabbit on the internet, and I'm a lead 3D artist for a game studio. I've been around the industry for about 7+ years now. I've forgotten when I started. Maybe close to 8 now.
Let's say at this point.
Yeah, I think so. God knows when I started at Rare. I can't remember.
And
it was before Sea of Thieves launched.
And in a way, you're also like, I mean, the two of you are like the lead artists of this channel, in a way. Stevie here worked on the key art for, designed my new avatar and worked on the key art that I use in thumbnails and such a lot of the time. And Nick likes drawing dinosaurs, so I keep throwing Digimon at him.
Yeah. And she's also basically the lead artist over at my channel too. She's done some amazing art. Also, yes, hi, I'm Nick. I run the channel GameApologist, where I was originally looking for the good and bad games. Still try to do that occasionally, but it's mostly Sonic stuff. So if you're a big fan of Sonic, come check me out. And come check me and Stevie out in London at the end of the month, or November 1st, actually. We're going to be at London's SonicCon, and she's going to be selling a lot of her art, and some of it is thumbnail art from the channel. It's going to be really cool.
Ooh. Okay, that's cool. Hell yeah. You said it's beginning of November?
Yeah. And then you can come hang out with me in Dallas the next week.
That
at Sonic Expo.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Sloppy seconds.
Sloppy seconds. That's the name of my next show. Sonic Sloppy Seconds.
I mean, I feel like we were getting dished out some of that for a while there. I'm gonna be honest. But anyway, this is not a Sonic podcast. even though it kind of devolves into that from time to time.
Bring up that rat, he just takes over the conversation.
Yeah, the brainworms are strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I've had a healthier relationship with the Sonic franchise since I stopped trying to force myself to talk about him every week.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I completely get that.
I imagine with games as a whole, just allowing yourself a bit of the mental breathing space.
I think I think you need to, and I think that's something that we touched on a couple of times, like just back on the old show, is that, and I promise this is not going to turn into another Sonic discussion, but just like a lot of Sonic fans, like that is like the main entertainment media that they intake. So criticisms or feedback and everything come from, a lot of the times, not much of a place of nuance, and it's mostly just like, here's everything within this one congested bubble, and without the context of the rest of the industry and everything else going on in the room. It's a weird franchise, and there's so much of it that it's easy to just kind of get wrapped up with just that, but
it's something me and Stevie have discussed at great length. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't eat just one food. You have to expand your palate because it makes that food taste even better.
Yeah. And it's like, especially when you look at a franchise that's been as long-standing as that, and what's influenced it, what it has influenced, what elements it takes from different titles, franchises, genres, and how a lot of those different separate things can kind of build each other up, which actually kind of brings us into the main discussion I wanted to get into today. A lot of times in video games, they say that creation is a collaborative effort. And what we see with the video game industry a lot of times is elements taken from different genres or from different types of games and stuff that kind of make their way into something that doesn't primarily focus on that, but will use it to great effect. Just kind of like in instances. And Nick, this was your idea, but I thought it would be fun to talk about what it's like when horror shows up in non-horror video games.
That's something I was always interested in. We're not the first people to discuss it. I have seen years ago a lot of those top 10 lists and stuff like that. They started doing things like that, and it just tickled my heart knowing like I wasn't the only person that liked those sort of things. And then the discussion of like liminal space and like early 3D and the eeriness of it and stuff of that nature really started to creep up in conversation as that topic expanded. And I still love it, and I still love finding eerie little Easter eggs in games whenever possible, because I don't know if Easter eggs show up as often as they used to. I've not been playing a whole lot of big AAA games. Last game I beat was Pac-Man World 2 Repack.
Okay, so you got past that one thing you texted me about out of the blue.
What was it? Oh, yeah.
It's like the crate in the middle of the lava room or something.
Yeah, I just had to, you're right. Like, I just had to do what you said. Like, you just gotta be skillful with the jumping there.
If it's any consolation, I knew exactly what you were talking about when you texted me, because that tripped me up too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That final secret boss, though, dude. What on earth? What on earth?
I haven't beaten it yet. It's cool. The fact that they threw that in there.
Crazy. It's such a vicious fight.
Dude, yeah, like that game gets hard.
Yeah, no, the slight spoilers, the extra stuff is vicious.
Yeah. It was really cool. I had to refrain from talking about it in my review of the game, because my review came out like a day before the game did, and I didn't want to like spoil like, hey, here's all this awesome stuff that they just kind of like throw at you that they didn't market at all. So, that's why.
I gotta say though, your video was really well put together. It made me want to play. That's what made me cave and pick the game up.
I'm glad you thought so. I always feel super nervous about those really off the cuff, like really, I mean, let's be honest, they're very rushed videos where I'm not scripting myself as heavily and I'm just kind of like yabbering into a microphone sort of like I am now and just trying to clip something together on top of that. Like there's so much, if I had had the more time to put the Digimon review together before that deadline came up, I probably would have done it a little bit differently. But
still, like you said in the video, though, you know, you'll retrospective when you got time to retrospective.
Yeah,
People will watch it.
Yeah. Which actually, I don't know if you got to see all of that, Stevie. But earlier this year, I actually got accepted into a creators collaborative program with Bandai Namco. Been getting a couple of early review codes. Been getting to check some games out before they launch and making some videos about it. It's been super cool.
Yeah, I saw over on your, I don't know if it was your Bluesky, because I'm not on Twitter anymore, because that place is just nothing but firing squad for mental health. And like, God, man, you've more than deserved it. Like, your Digimon stuff has always been absolutely excellent, and just it made me want to go back to the PS1 copy I had that I stole off a friend. Sorry, Jack Merrill, I'm not giving it back. It's been 20 years. Certainly.
Did you have, was it the original Digimon World?
Yeah.
Well, stay far away from the jukebox, because apparently in the European version you can soft lock your game if you try to use it.
Yeah. Yep.
He's a knowledgeable boy. My goodness.
But
impressive.
But that was like, I thought of you when that happened, because I was just like, well, Stevie was especially like when you helped put together like the new assets and everything for me, and you helped put so much like fuel and fire into me, like sort of rebranding and restructuring like how I present myself and everything. It felt like that gave me that energy boost that I needed to be able to do stuff like this. If it wasn't like for the two of you, I don't know that I would still be doing this, at least in the same way that I am now. And I owe a lot to you guys for helping build me up along the way.
Thanks,
I really appreciate that. But I also want to say that we were brought on board to help in any capacity that we have because of your drive. So also don't forget to celebrate yourself, because well done to you, genuinely.
And Nick has said as much in the past as well, because I remember trying to.
Yeah, but I said it, and I say it just with more.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Very eloquently said, Stevie.
Just keeps winning people over like this by talking crap. Let's start this stupid show. Like, come on, get to the damn
Are you talking
topic.
about how I became besties with Trey yesterday?
I don't care anymore. That's not the topic. I don't care. Take them all.
I'll work
He
at
did
it.
this yesterday, Wayne. He gets really jealous. Why don't you guide us through your lovely podcast?
This is great. We're going to circle back to that later. Anyway, so we are all fans of survival horror to a certain degree. Survival horror or psychological horror, the stuff that takes fear, paranoia, anxiety, and turns it into either entertainment, enlightenment, or something that just makes you sit down and think. It's what's kicked off the show back when we were here this time last year. I know that we were talking about wanting to try to get together to talk horror stuff again at some point. Did the two of you get a chance to play the remake of Silent Hill 2? I feel like we never touched base back on that one.
We
A little
started,
bit, not
didn't we?
really. Yeah, we just started, but not.
Okay.
Didn't really get far.
It's good. I will say at this stage, I definitely I almost consider it a different game, and not in a derogatory way. It's just that, to me, there's just no replacing that original. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's
the
why we played the original
is a
first.
massive thing of, because the decisions I made are based a lot on the software and the hardware and just the time it was built in. It's important to experience it that way.
Mm-hmm. And it's like I've said in a couple of other discussions, but it's like when you go back and you watch an older movie, do you Isn't it fun to kind of see like some of the older methods in which like film was put together, how certain effects and everything were constructed? Isn't it part of the fun of like the Evil Dead or the John Romero films, like seeing the fingerprints on it, seeing the tactile nature, looking at it and knowing that was handcrafted, but that adds to the appeal and to the immersion in a sort of way because you're actively thinking about it. And I feel like older visuals or quote unquote outdated elements of older video games, they kind of operate in the same way, and I feel like they're hand waved away as archaic far too easily.
Absolutely, especially now that we have kind of the analog horror subgenre popping up, where people are looking back at that kind of stuff and going, there's something genuine there to tap back into, to allow the mind to wander a little bit more. So I think there's an appreciation going on, at least in the indie scenes.
Oh, for sure. I know one game that I played this past year that I feel like we might have, was it last year? Oh God. I think we might have brought it up at the last time we talked about this, but mouthwashing?
Yeah, I think I said to play that one, I think, because I just played it and was just in love with mouthwashing.
It's really good. If I would just refrain from seeking out online discussions about it because that's I don't know. Every time I see people talking about that game, it's frustrating, I guess. It's hard to explain why without just giving too much away about the actual game itself.
Yeah, just go play, go make your own opinions, go vibe with it yourself, and then if you want to, go nuke yourself with bad mental health, then go listen to the discussions.
Yeah. I think a good place to start before we get too deep into the non-horror games that use horror elements, it might be a good idea to just kind of establish what is like your experience with horror and what is it about the genre or I think we lost Nick. Did Nick implode?
We did.
Oh dear.
Let's ignore that for now. He'll be back.
He'll hop back in. Oh, there he is.
I thought I was closing my audio stuff. It turns out it was the audio for the Discord. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
It's okay. It's okay.
Don't worry, Wayne. I am at the bar. You talk to me, buddy.
But I guess a great place to start would just be like, what is your experience with horror as a genre? It doesn't even have to be specifically within video games. What does it mean to you? Because the importance of those elements kind of informs like what we appreciate about it when it shows up in places it's not dedicated to.
Sure. I could ramble a bit, so I don't know if you want to talk first, big guy, because I've got some real deep feelings.
No,
okay.
I don't. I got very, very surface level stuff. So I'd rather hear you first and then steal your ideas.
That sounds about right. That's the job.
This place is all about rambling. Ramble away.
Fabulous. Then for part one of my answer is kind of connection, because I started playing games really full stop with my dad. I was given a Super Nintendo and I loved that thing, but the way I really, really started to fall in love with games and go, I really want to make games when I grow up, is sitting with my dad and playing Resident Evil. My dad was my only friend when I was a kid. I was an incredibly bullied child. So having this time to play Resident Evil with my dad, and he'll be the brave one shooting all the zombies and I'd hide under a blanket. Also, I was about 7. It was real gnarly for me at that age, and I was a very sensitive kid. And I would figure out all the puzzles. And that just became a way that I would then kind of almost connect with people of like, oh, let's play a horror game together, because it became a place of discussion and kind of making each other laugh because, yeah, it gets the spooks and, you sit a bit closer. So connections are really big driver for me with horror. And the second one is I love stories. I adore narratives. I love how visuals can reinforce a narrative, sound can reinforce it, everything leans into a story. And horror is a place where you can you can really dive into things that maybe are too real to talk about. So they put it in maybe the fantastic or the even sometimes the whimsical. Like it can touch any topic, and you can go and really dissect that down. Sometimes it doesn't need to even be like this big metaphysical thing. It can be very, very almost blunt sometimes. And I think that's also a very healthy place to go. So I really like that it does that thing. And also, horror to me as a genre is, it has to wear so many hats. Like, it has to be scary, but it also has to say something. And in places, it has to be funny. It has to do so much that other genres don't. So I really feel like it brings some really unique voices out to go do that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm done.
That's
beautifully said.
Yeah.
I can't follow. I should have gone first. I can't follow that.
I like it when it goes spooky and I go, oh no.
I just like it when the piano goes, tries to eat me, and I go, oh wow, oh golly, oh jeez.
Oh god, that made me pee my pants.
Well, isn't that also just kind of like that's sort of connected in a way where it's the horror genre is so reliant in such a masterful way to incorporate and take advantage of visceral reactions. It can be in the moment, it can be something startling, but it can be something that just sits with you where, you know, you get that reaction and you're just kind of like, why did I feel this way or that way about this? And I don't know, like I don't think that's an invalid way to feel about it, Nick.
Well, no, like I mean, more seriously, I like the more supernatural element of it. I like the mystery of it. Like, it's creepy, but it does also add a sense of mystery and wonder to it, as opposed to like just I don't know, body horror or just, you know, gore for the sake of gore, stuff like that. I know that's part of horror, but what more interests me is some of the examples I will give is something more like the idea of ghosts scare the crap out of me, but they also intrigue the hell out of me, and I think that just adds a cryptid nature to it that I've always loved. There's that sense of the unknown. Like, yeah, there's a bit of danger to it all, but I don't know. I also like it in terms of that stuff showing up in non-horror games. It almost just gives a little bit more character to the world that you're in. You know, like there's more to it than what you see, and like they've made whole genres out of that now. Like you could almost argue that's a subgenre of like cuddly on the surface but dangerous underneath. You know? Yeah, like for God's sakes,
mascot kind of stuff sometimes.
I mean, mascot horror is literally a thing now. Mm-hmm. Like Five Nights at Freddy's is that, but the entire premise.
I was thinking, I feel like a game that kind of gets thrown into the sort of like cliche bus there is the Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yeah,
and people kind of point to that as like, you know, the subversion, where it's like it's one thing on the surface and it turns into something else entirely.
Yeah.
Totally.
I need you guys to see what's happening right now. This is insane.
Yeah?
Oh. Ominous.
Well, I can't show that in the podcast, but what's the cat's name, Nick?
This is Toby.
Toby
Toe Beans. Hey, baby. Here you go, buddy.
His baby Tobbs.
Nick's cat is being very cute and very cuddly.
Oh my god, he's doing a banjo.
He was climbing up me for a second there. Hey, baby boy. Hey, sweet boy.
But like also something else, I think people like being scared. I think, and I'm a big I care a lot about children's media, a big bunch, and I also am a big advocate of there being horror elements in children's stuff because it teaches you how to be brave, and the world is a big scary place, and so learning how to be brave is really important. And I think even for us adults, horror it's special and it's important, and I feel that all of us need to touch the horrific because it's a way to experience that feeling, confront that feeling in a safe environment so we can deal with the horrors of kind of what's waiting outside the door.
Yeah. And I agree with that too. I think that our ability to adapt to and deal with adversity is probably it's part of the human experience that we can all share. And it's like horror does a great job of working with that, especially portraying something that seems unbeatable or something that we should not be able to deal with, and then finding that no, we actually have the tools all along to actually overcome these things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Beautifully said.
And sometimes it doesn't even have to be on a superbly deep level that the things are incorporated. If I'm thinking of like, moments that feel like they're from like a horror game that show up in a non-horror game. One of the ones that stands out to me, this might sound strange, but Metal Gear Solid 1. There's the scene when Gray Fox, or the cyborg, has come into the story, and you just enter this hallway, and it's just like streaks of blood plastered all over the walls. It's this like harrowing moment where you're just like, yo, what the hell happened here?
Yeah, I think Metal Gear as a series is a real big champion of just horror elements randomly in a game that shouldn't feel horrific.
Yeah. Especially for like, kind of like you said, like Metal Gear can be really goofy when it wants to I think its benefit.
I don't know if I agree with that. I took the manga Meow super fucking serial.
That's fine.
I saw that man and I saw him meowing his little heart out, and I went, oh, I'm enthralled.
Revolver Ocelot, I think we're on the same page with.
Yeah, we are.
It's one of the greatest characters of all time. I'll stand by that.
Legit.
Oh yeah. Because I've played Metal Gear Solid 4. I know where that goes.
I can't wait to play that one again when they do the second volume. But yeah.
Oh my god. But that's like one of those elements that's like, that scene always stood out to me, and it's also just like, hey, here's where things are taking a turn. Here's where things feel a lot more dangerous. And it makes you feel a loss of control because you're just walking in and something far more capable of taking care of all of these guards is already there ahead of you.
Yep. Yeah. And it's just the kind of like slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The overall art direction really plays into it. I mean, Psycho Mantis and everything. It's just on the verge of being haunted. It's a bit of an eerie experience. I really like that game.
Yeah.
And then they go fully into haunted feeling with the Sorrow in 3, where all of a sudden you've just blown up Spaceman, and then all of a sudden, I'm doing this. Not to mention the random horror game after Snake wakes up from his sleep.
Yep.
Yeah, because like Metal Gear really does play with that a lot, and I guess I'll be talking about it a little bit once I hit later this year. But it's just like Kojima definitely has a lot of respect and a lot of interest in elements of stuff like that, and I think that he's able to use it to great effect.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we're always going to be mourning no Silent Hills, but his new horror game looks particularly interesting. Don't know why she kept lighting them babies up. Babies ain't saving you, chick. Move on.
Why in the world did I not even make that connection? I wasn't even thinking about Silent Hills, so that's a great point there. Yeah, I forgot he almost did a straight-on horror game.
Our poor boy.
One of the most famous, is it a minigame? Is it a demo? Like, what would you call it? Like, PT is just
a teaser.
Famous forever. Yeah.
It's a playable teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little interactive experience.
Yeah. I know, like, probably one of my earliest memories of just playing a game that had nothing to do with horror, but just, like, brought it out of nowhere. Nick, you kind of alluded to it earlier, but Mario 64.
Yeah, I think Mario's a good space to kind of discuss that, because Ghost became a bit of really, I'm starting to think about a lot of Nintendo properties. All of them have little hints of horror sprinkled around in them now.
Yeah.
There was a few things in Mario 64 that made me scared as a kid, and I'm aware I was a timid kid, but just all of a sudden the boos showing up in the castle, I would close my eyes and feel down the wall to not go look at the boo, or the eel in Dire Dire Docks. Frightened the hell out of me. Did not want to mess with that dude.
My roommate is horribly terrified of the thwomps just because of the way they look.
There's a lot of creepy elements in that game. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. It's the only time good for Mario 64. I can't think of any other time I've been freaked out or had a boo make me jump. There's three. Yeah. There's a whole trilogy of Luigi dealing with ghosts that didn't do that to me.
Yeah. I'm immediately back in that place of being like 8 years old, playing that game and closing my eyes, and I never went to Boo's Mansion. That could fuck right off.
That stressed me so bad. The music in that stressed me out so
bad.
Yeah, because it's creepy. And the 64, they were playing around with that stuff a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 textures, and oh my god. Or even the mines. The mines creeped me out too.
That's like one of my favorite examples, especially if we're talking the 64. I think the Zelda game that people think of when they think of like a creepy Zelda experience, especially if we're talking that system, is Majora's Mask, and I get why. I think it's got the overall.
64. It's just Ocarina.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just like I think Majora's Mask has an overall creepier tone, but in sort of like a Twin Peaks kind of way, where it's like there's like a psychological horror element on top of everything, but it's more of an overtone to everything else that actually has like a really good uplifting spirit about it if you're really looking at it with sincerity.
Yeah, I think Majora's Mask has a melancholy to it. I wouldn't call it like a straight out horror other than, Ikana Canyon, but there's a melancholy to it. There's a dourness. Yeah, there's a dourness. There's like a real dour to it. Whilst Ocarina, just being in the Great Deku Tree creeped me the shit out. And then I was being a big brave girl. Like, yeah, I finally did it. And then there's dead kids in the field. That freaked me out.
And
oh man, then I had my copy of Ocarina was we were poor. I think I got a controller that was brand new, but everything else was pre-owned.
Sure.
And quite a while after the console came out. And whoever had my copy of Ocarina was either an Ubermensch or he Game Sharked his cart. So it's complete. So I used to just bumble around on that save, and I would just play the tunes. And I played the Shadow Temple Warp tune once. I just turned that damn thing off. I turned that fucking console off. I left it there. I went back to the Sega Dreamcast and I played Sega Bass Fishing. I am not touching that.
Had a girl.
Oh my god.
Horrific.
Dead Hands.
Under the Well.
War Masters and Wall
Under
Masters.
the Well. Oh, the Wall Masters too. Yeah.
Just the Forest Temple creeps me the hell out. Ghosty Wobbles and Hands. Jog on. Great music.
I also love that because I'd love to explore that in real life. I just also don't want to get molested by a big old hand.
Preferably not. I think we can all agree with that. Yeah.
Well.
Okay. All right. That's a different podcast.
Under the bar.
But Ocarina did a great job of just. I think a part of it was there's always been a sort of like an underlying horror to fantasy, or at least a darkness to it, and it explored that really well.
Yeah, even just kind of like the whimsy of Castletown, just, vibing, turned into an adult, and then, I don't know how old you guys were when you played it, but I was about 7, 8 years old. And
I think I was in middle school.
I don't know what that reference is, about
oh my god.
12, 13? I'm not from your continent.
Probably 11 or 12, I want to say.
So a kid.
I want to say I was around that age, yeah.
Yeah, so you come out of castle, out of Temple Time, and then you just infer the connection of there were people here, and now there's not, and now there's these zombie creatures, everyone's dead. And that was frightening. That was really frightening.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, man, that era too. I feel like stuff was just so creepy there, especially with like, I don't know, it was sort of like the low poly, the muddy textures and everything were such a benefit to those kinds of tones. All right, here's a question for you. All right, do we count Echo the Dolphin? Is that a horror game?
I had written Echo the Dolphin down. Yes, Echo.
Yeah, I was going to say, we have to talk about Echo.
Especially Defender of the Future. Especially Defender of the Future, because, oh my god, it's the chum factory for dolphins.
Yeah, dude,
What
Defender.
the hell?
Because I remember...
And that alien. Oh, sorry, I'm getting trauma flashbacks now. That shark fucked me up.
Yeah. Because like when I was a kid, we had we had the PS2 version, and I remember in a magazine there was a cheat code that'd be like, oh, level select and like yada yada. The first. Yep. Yeah, the first couple of levels of that are like a peaceful day at the aquarium, like going in, just seeing like the sights, the sounds, and everything. Like it's really really nice. It's like it's a prolonged version of the experience that you got from the original like Genesis and CD game. And then I skipped to the level where the alien queen shows up, and
like Dolphin's Nightmare or something.
No. It was like out there in the middle of the ocean. The Foe, is that what it was called?
Oh yeah, and then it's just her fucking face in that foggy ass ocean, and you're just like, I'm a dolphin. Atlantis was in here at one point. What? There's a face hugging thing. Ew, no.
It's like I started this game by like helping a little baby whale gets to its mom, and now I'm looking at like the giant xenomorph queen like coming out of the muddy water. Horrifying as a child.
Oh, I miss you, Echo. God, I miss you.
That's an interesting game.
That's an interesting
that
series.
Game.
It's a very interesting series.
When people are like, I'm so Dark Souls of video games, try and be the Echo of video games, dude. Because the Hanging Waters, fuck that dolphin. Glad that dolphin careened and died, because fuck him. He didn't do what I wanted him to do.
That's a franchise I would love to dig into at some point, because like it's just so fascinating.
It's always interested me, and the only one I've ever beaten, and I'm ashamed to say this, was Echo Jr.
Fair enough.
You got yourself. I'm sorry, but we're going to be playing Echo the Dolphin Defender of the Future, because you need to feel how I feel about the Hanging Waters.
Oh, like yeah, and that's a game I never beat, and I got it day one because I was like obsessed with the ocean, and I mean like just playing an animal is always cool. Oh yeah, no, I love seeing turtles in video games. It makes me so happy. But yeah, like even then, like that's still a horror element for me because the first area is a big ass white shark, you know.
Oh, it's funny. I like that you bring up the Hanging Waters, because that's like a perfect encapsulation of how I feel about like that game as a whole. Visually, aesthetically, from in terms of just visual design, it's dreamlike. The music is incredible. I love all of that so much, but then you have to control Echo in the level.
Yep.
It is just Dark Souls then. It's just Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It's Saw, in fact. It's actually Saw, and that little creepy puppet is telling you play the fucking dolphin or I'll blow your head off, and that's how it feels. But that music is so nice. But like, I think I played Echo Defender of the Future the same time as I got Rayman 2, and I think Rayman 2 is one of the best art-directed games ever. I will fight people on that. It is so French and so wonderful. Mm-hmm. But that was another game where I slammed my controller down and just turned off the game because it creeped me out so bad. Yeah. And it was the Deadlands and that thing chasing you. Yeah, when you're sliding down and you can see the teeth.
Yeah.
Over like the HUD, and I was just like, I'm not about this. No.
Did either of you ever play the SpongeBob movie game?
No.
I'm trying to think if I did, because I had SpongeBob movie on DVD and I played it every day for about a year.
There's a part of me that's trying to remember if they did something similar. Maybe they didn't. I'm trying to think of like the was it the fish? Why can't I think of the name of that? glowfish.
Is it the fish from? Oh,
Anglerfish?
it's yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a frogfish.
The frog.
I'm pretty sure it's a frogfish.
Yeah, where it like lures them in with like the ice cream lady. There was a part of me that was wondering if they did a similar chase sequence thing like that, but I don't know what part of my brain is making that up. I don't think they did actually. I think you just have a boss fight with it.
Fan game when, Wayne. Fan game when.
Yeah, you can make that creepy. Yeah. You can do something with that. There's something there.
That cat was horrific.
Yeah. I remember, oh man, okay, you know a game that just like, especially if we're talking like just the way textures and stuff were used and just like the griminess and like dirtiness that you get from a lot of horror games. A game that I thought really did that really well and just set me in a tone and in an atmosphere that I really enjoyed was the Spider-Man movie game.
Interesting.
The one based off the first Raimi film.
Yeah.
There were a couple of sections. I remember weirdly being intimidated by the warehouse that the thugs are hanging out in the beginning of the game. Like it just felt so dirty and like hostile, I guess. There's like you turn a corner and your spidey sense goes off and like someone's in a truck like barreling at you out of nowhere. It's like caught you off guard and it's like actually kind of freaky.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, if you put an element of stealth in a game, and there's a lot of stealth in Spider-Man 1, like, yeah, it adds another sense of danger to everything going on.
Yeah, do you remember the Oscorp infiltration level?
I was gonna say the next one I was thinking of was the Oscorp infiltration level too.
That scared me as a kid.
I don't know if I remember them playing super well, but I remember that game very, very fondly, as milquetoast as it is.
I think one of the things too that got me with that particular level is like, oh, you get seen by the guards and one of them fires the alarm, and the music that starts playing, like when the robots start coming out, like hunting you down, is very understated at first. It's like a very low tone, and just like over the course of the level, it just gets like louder and more threatening and aggressive. Like, yeah, that was like probably one of the cooler, like maybe not horror levels, but it felt like horror to me as a kid.
Sure. Get you. I'm actually looking at some lists here, seeing like what other people think of like horror elements in non-horror games, and these suck. They keep listing BioShock. Like, come on, dude.
BioShock is... I don't know if I consider that a full-on horror game, but it's like enough of a foot in that door.
It's horror enough, man. Like,
it's at least adjacent.
I was gonna say that, yeah. It is very much at least adjacent. Like, they were clearly going for that tone.
Yeah.
I make the argument that Undertale, when it first came out and, you know, nobody really understood the genocide route, that was pretty fucking scary.
Sure.
There's moments in there where you're just like, oh, all of a sudden this feels a bit, like when you're sitting down and talking to Sans, and then all of a sudden just feel like there's something bigger here, and now all of a sudden I feel watched, and I'm quite scared.
The two of you play, yeah, y'all have played Deltarune.
Oh yeah, I love Deltarune. Love Deltarune. The latest chapter, chapter 4, had a lot of like, oh my god, there was a moment when I started like that last chapter. I don't want to get too deep into it, but it was just like, it's all understated, it's all in the top world, and it's all very innocent and simple, but when it happened, I just felt uncomfortable, and it made me think, oh, maybe I've got some like unaddressed trauma I need to take care of regarding. Is that when you went over your friend's house?
I don't want to get into it, but it's yeah, I don't know. It's like the simple little things like that like when somebody understands like the discomfort that can come from something. But I guess like in a more like intentionally horrific sense, Anthony, Ant Dude, he was kind of walking me through like how to do the the weird route in Deltarune.
Yes.
Yeah, Snowgrave made me really uncomfortable, like in a good way.
Oh, absolutely. And now how it's going in chapter 4, it's even more horrific.
I haven't gotten that far with the weird route. I think it was just like at the time it was just so much that I was just like, oh man.
Like, I'm a baby. I worry about the imaginary people, so I can't bring myself to. I'm one of the cowards. I will look stuff up.
Yeah.
But even just in like the vanilla version of Deltarune that we're going through, just the stuff with like parts of the story with Gerson, you're just like, oh.
Oh my god, I forgot how terrifying that section was. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, ha ha ha, funny little turtle man, wee, and then just.
That was, I think the way Anthony put it was, chapter 4 is disc 2 of Deltarune, and that's when, like, I think when you first get into the sanctuary, like, underground area, that's when it hit me. I was just like, oh, I think Toby might be making one of the greats here. Like, I think he's got a really clear vision for what he's going for.
Yeah. And I think Deltarune's a really good example as well of, like if you're not, let's say, let's play pretend we're not chronically online people. So
Sure.
if you're just somebody who's like, saw this game on a game store, you're like, yeah, I'll play this. And you could just have pretty whimsical time. But if you're going through it and you know what you do, and maybe you're into the Gaster theories and all that kind of stuff, the game, you're looking at the game from a different viewpoint all of a sudden. It's like you're looking at the painting from further back and you're noticing things now. You're starting to see patterns, and it makes you just feel eerie by playing it.
Yeah.
There's that iceberg, like there's waking deep underneath with it. And those are some of my favorite games where I just feel awkward. Like, I would argue that Inscription is kind of horror adjacent game, so I wouldn't class it as like, horror in a non-horror game. Mm-hmm. But again, just games that touch that feeling of, yeah, have a whimsical time, but I'm watching you. They're horrible. I love them. They're my favorites.
You know what that makes me think of is Portal.
Yes, yeah, that's a great example.
Yeah, like more so the first one, I would say.
Yeah, Ratman stuff, particular.
Yeah, it isn't that the greatest too. It's like when it's in a game that's not purely dedicated to just that tone, you kind of get that pit in your stomach feeling, like you just remember when it clicked with you what was going on, and it's the lean forward in your chair moment.
Yeah, and you can never see the game the same way you did anymore. It's now changed.
Yeah.
You now know that the water might have a shark in it, and you're just like, ooh, which is great. It's an awesome feeling.
And it's stuff like that where I think it's almost more effective and almost a more effective use of horror sometimes than what I'll get with something that's more dedicated to it. I don't want to, like, I'm not trying to make a habit of just like talking down on certain types of games that people make. But like Doki Doki Literature Club is one that we brought up earlier, and I'll see stuff get referenced from that every once in a while, and I worry sometimes that, like, just as I do enjoy a lot of horror content and stuff, that, like, maybe I would get desensitized to certain things. And then I'll see somebody share certain images from that game, and I feel just as uncomfortable as I did before and just kind of not want to engage with it. And I'm like, no, this stuff still bothers me. Yeah. And maybe in a way that I don't find particularly compelling. It just kind of feels like a shock value thing. And I'm not trying to talk down. I'm just that
it has its place.
Sure. Yeah. But it's just like, for me personally, it just doesn't, like, playing through that game was, I'm glad I did it the one time, but I did not find it like a overtly fulfilling experience.
Yeah, like, I suppose it's not quite the same because I don't think it does it the exact same way, but Lisa is another, like, amazing, like, thing of.
I've heard wonderful things.
I love it. It's one of my favorite games ever. Ding-a-ling. Make another one, bud, because I'm starving. I'm dying. I'm alone in the desert, and nobody's coming to save me. Come, please, please, please do another one. I also got a really good little plushie of Brad, and I can take his arms off, which is great. And, like, that game is incredibly funny, horrifically funny, so fucking funny. But also, it kind of does the Doki Doki thing of, I'm going to really confront you, but I think it does in a much more interesting way of, I'm talking about really horrific things. We're not gonna cover this in metaphor. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna really look at it.
Yeah.
Because it's that horrific, we should be looking at it. And I think it does it with such eloquence. So like, I think there's a place for being brutal. It's the narrator, right? It's the person delivering the message. Are they skilled enough to deliver that message?
And
I can't believe a man called Dingaling just managed to do it. Well done, bud.
And a lot of it too is going to be sort of case by case, and I think a lot of it is just sometimes it's just like sometimes what you get out of something matters more than what was put into it. I suppose. What was that? BoJack Horseman? I think I heard that from. And I think with something like that, I think somebody playing through something like Doki Doki could get something legitimately meaningful out of that. And it's part of why I don't like just being like, oh, this is lesser horror. It's nothing but gore and everything. I think that there is something to read in there. It's just going to depend on who's taking it in and what it means to them on a personal basis. It doesn't all have to mean the same thing to every person that experiences it.
Yeah, like I think there's a place for your Slendermans, there's a place for your observation duty. Sometimes horror can be community, where it can be dumb fun, and that's lovely. That's still a cool experience. Sometimes it doesn't have to say the deepest, darkest thing. Sometimes it can just be cool. And other people are in different stages of their life, so maybe they haven't touched other things, other pieces of media that have made them think in a certain way, and that one game is the one that was in the right place, right time for them, and then it will just, be the start of a really interesting journey for them.
Yeah.
And then they'll play Lisa, because that game's really, really good, and they should play it.
Yeah, and it's like I think that there's definitely a lot of quality to find in stuff that isn't necessarily considered highbrow, Like, come on, I remember my first experiences playing through Five Nights at Freddy's with my sisters and everything very fondly. Like, come on. So it's like, there's always a bit of nuance to it. I
played Runa on the PC way back in the day. I know that's trash.
And I do apologize, Nick. I feel like I've been neglecting you a little bit here.
Oh, good, I'm just vibing.
Yeah, but I was wondering, just because again, you're somebody that I know just likes experiencing and taking in like a wide variety of just weird experiences. Yeah, and I love that. Like, I'm not the only one that's just like that Spider-Man game, like actually getting something is like legitimately intimidating out of it.
Yeah, it's not always like, there's no creepy Easter eggs I'm aware of in that game, but I mean, like, the atmosphere of those levels, I think it does its job beautifully.
It did make me think, though, Stevie, I gotta send you, like, one track from that game, that Spider-Man one. There's this lovely little unlockable thing that you can get, called Pinhead Bowling. It's a bowling alley, but it's just a bunch of bad guys like tied up in webbing, and they're standing at the end of the bowling alley, and you have to like web swing and like kick into them and like get points from it. And then
it's awesome.
And it's got
My
this.
mouth is open.
It's amazing.
Spider-Man is a villain.
And it's just got this like one like very repetitive like music track behind it, but it is like, just because we were talking about like hold music earlier and everything, it's definitely got that vibe, but I always thought it was like weirdly catchy.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll have to send that to you. I think that's my like Be Right Back music on my streams, actually. I think I changed it to that.
I would absolutely love to know something about these games other than just hearing that woman go, the pain, make it stop. So I'm up for more. Like, which one was that from? There's like, Spider-Man just goes like, that to me, or some shit. And then there's just a lady that may have just been hit by a car. She goes, the pain, make it stop.
That's two.
And it's like,
that's two.
Is that two?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Like, I love her. She's everything to me. I've got her as my fucking text message ringtone.
You do not.
Yeah.
The pain.
I love her. She's there for me in the darkest time. She's so beautiful and wonderful.
Can we get a mod of Metal Gear where every mention of the pain is just replaced with that? The pain. Stop. It's
on
like
your low health, just I'm going to die.
I was just
three,
thinking.
hell yeah.
I was just thinking
yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying. That's not horror. That's ambrosia.
That's just peak comedy.
That's just peak shit.
It's
I'm
fun.
gonna apologize though, Wayne. But, like you guys talking about like it's not objectively like perfect, and I'm really sorry. I'm sorry to do this to you.
Sure.
But I mean, I don't know why my brain went to Sonic Adventure 1. Just Twinkle Park is scary.
Oh,
As
that's
Amy, it's
section.
scary.
It's a survival horror game for Amy.
Yeah, but it's just like that. They didn't need to do that music. There was no need.
That's it.
Ooh.
I am never going to be upset to talk about Sonic Adventure 1. There's no need to apologize.
The best one, right?
Yeah, by far.
I'm working on a video for it right now, baby.
Brother.
It's actually kind of fitting for the topic too, because I'm working on a video called "The Cryptids of Sonic Adventure."
Yeah, it came
That's
up with that
awesome.
title all on your own, didn't you?
That is Stevie's title. I actually asked for help trying to figure out what the title was going to be. Mention it in the video.
Just have the Burger Man like peeking out from behind a tree.
Oh, I mean, like we were talking about this for a thumbnail, and Stevie sent me some pretty good ones. Like I'm trying to figure out what I want to use, but like I really want to do like a cryptid style candid photo.
Yeah, like a noise filler over the top over it in the
Yeah.
dark of the woods with the like take a photo with a flash on.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta like at some point. I'm at a point where I talk about it on my channel so much that I almost feel bad every time I mention the franchise. But in a couple of the Digimon games, there are, like, I'm thinking of Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory specifically. There's a couple of side quests a lot of fans will bring up that are just, like, downright horrifying. One that was in Cyber Sleuth that especially, I almost don't want to spoil it, because it's just, like, realizing what's actually going on there is just, like, Jesus Christ. It's messed up, and There's something of a similar tone that happens in Hacker's Memory, and it's almost worse, but without giving too much away, they kind of chicken out from really doubling down on it. In Cyber Sleuth, there's no like there's no way out of it. It's just like they made that choice, they decided to go there, and that's just kind of where it is at. Stevie, I don't know how much of the original Digimon world you got to play as a kid.
Oh man, I just kept making poops. Just kept making poops.
Well, Numamon is a horrifying experience in and of himself.
I just kept doing it. I don't know what was like. Fuck that guy. Fuck him. I don't remember getting far. I just remember just the constant, just like abject, just ennui of getting that goddamn poop.
I just remembered.
Just want a Wolfman, man. It's just want a Wolfman.
Oh, where Garurumon is not in that game.
Where Garurumon? I want fucking Leomon. I want a furry.
Okay.
Give me a furry.
Leomon is in that game. You can get a Leomon.
Oh, I'll find that stolen disc at some point. I'm gonna fix my childhood.
God.
There's a cool section of that game where you're like going through the forest and it's all misty and everything, and like you're getting lost and everything. It's a very common trope for video games, but I think, like, first of all, the soundtrack to that game is brilliant. I was on somebody else's podcast recently where we were just talking about how good the music for that game was, and the music for that section specifically. Not to mention, there's this one Digimon. I'm sure you've seen him because he's like an original generation one, but he's like the giant tree, Cherrymon. I don't know what happened, but like in Digimon World 1, he has such a horrifying little design. Like he looks like a cryptid in that. It's one of the nicest versions of the character you'll find too, which is really funny, but he looks scary.
Oh, I love. I'm gonna look him up. Maybe he'll be my new phone background.
Oh my God.
You gotta look up the Digimon World 1 Cherrymon.
I hope he doesn't live up to the name in any way, shape, or form. Just like this
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. What is going on with his eyes? He does not normally look
Why
like
did
that.
they do that to him?
I don't know.
He's got like a beard most of the time, or a mustache most of the time.
Oh, I love him. Oh, I love Spider Twee. I love you, Spider Twee. That's fucking Omega Flowey. That's Omega Flowey from Undertale.
It's funny too, because like there are a lot of really horrifying looking Digimon. They're like, Ordinamon is just a Lovecraft monster. That's one of my favorite Digimon designs because that is just an elder god. What
the hell? Yeah.
Oh, geez, did you look her up?
Yeah.
That thing is terrifying.
That's wild.
Yeah, Ordinamon is insane. It's like there's so many creepy Digimon designs. And then, believe it or not, there is a Digimon that is straight up called Creepymon. And it just makes it all the goofier that he's really not as creepy as so many other Digimon designs. It's a stupid name, and then second, it's just like, kind of underwhelming when you put him up to bat with his contemporaries there.
This is such a sick design. I really like Ordinamon. And great boobs.
Well, there's a lot of that being noticed in the Digimon space right now.
Hell yeah.
A lot of newcomers to the franchise recently since Time Stranger came out. I was talking to a buddy recently, and I was just like, the last thing in the world I could have expected was for a Digimon game coming out 2 weeks before a mainline Pokemon game would be a good thing for it, but here we are, I guess.
I guess we'll see what
Any
happens
good
after
funny
tomorrow.
ones?
Oh, Pokemon's gonna do gangbusters. It's gonna run circles around Digimon. Let's not kid ourselves. But like it's just, I don't know. It just makes me happy that people are like coming around on it. I got Booker on it. Like that's where we're at.
I don't know what she's into usually. Are there any good bunny Digimon though?
Other than like Terriermon.
Well, Terriermon's a dog.
No, it's not.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, I got fucking eyes and they work. That's a rabbit.
There's an
It's like when they say,
Tillamon.
oh, Pikachu's a mouse. No, it's not. I can see the ears. I'm not an idiot.
Antilliamon's a good one. I think Lunamon counts.
Yeah,
Lotmon is just Terriermon. Yeah, what the hell?
See?
Have you seen Angoramon?
Well, no, I'm Google searching.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's Angoramon.
Angoramon's cool. He was in one of the more recent anime, and I like him a lot. He's
Yeah, you're not gonna like him, Stevie.
Oh.
No.
He's got regular human fingernails.
Gross.
But you like
Vile.
Bossamon.
Bad.
Bossamon's a Digimon.
I love a bossa nova beat.
Oh no, that's a concept.
Oh, well.
That's not a real one.
Well, there's-
I enjoyed the little one.
Gargomon doesn't have human fingernails, but he also doesn't have hands. He has Gatling guns.
I mean, I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely improvement from our gross, fleshy little nubs.
That's a
Pokemon,
decent
get on
amount
it.
of,
You've only got one good bunny Pokemon. Fix it.
Fix your life.
Like, do like the Grandpa Dragon. That one's my favorite.
There's like a bunny warrior lady or something.
I think it a date.
Beast. Hanging Beast? What is this?
I have no idea which one you're talking about right now.
Is Jogamon a real Digimon?
Jogamon? Let's see.
Jogamon.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that. Yeah. It's a real Digimon. I don't think she gets a lot of. They haven't really been used much, though.
Take a look at this, Stevie.
They were used in New Century.
My tiny little hands. She's enjoyable. I like her.
There we go.
Could be more beastly, but enjoyable.
I
I'll let it pass.
I also like Lunamon a lot, and I think Lunamon is technically a rabbit. Just not a very traditional rabbit in any sense of the word.
Yeah, it's rabbit-like qualities.
They're there.
As long as it's cool, I'm happy.
No, Lunamon's just cute.
Lunamon, is Lekismon a real thing?
Look at these nuts. Sorry.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be honest. Most of them, yeah, they're gonna be real.
I was just trying to see which is real, which one's fan art.
Yeah, because Lekismon is one of the possible digivolutions of Lunamon.
Here you go, Stevie. This is sick. You'll like this.
Yeah. The Lunamon line is really cool, especially Dianamon. It's like the final form I like a lot. Which actually,
I like I like the rookie. I like the rookie form.
The little one.
No, the one after, is that champion?
Technically champion, yeah.
Yeah, the champion one.
Scythe or the fighting gloves?
Fighting gloves.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway,
Digimon's cool. I like Digimon.
yeah.
What's
Someone got scary.
What? Just say what?
Pokemon got scary. I remember being in the back of a car trying to play Red as a kid, and then just going to, what was it? The tower, the dead
Lavender
Town. Yeah, there's a long history of, I mean, like the Ghost Girl in almost every game. Not every one of them is a thing.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Oh my god, I hope she's in the next game.
I hope it's.
She had a bit of a thing in in that city, didn't she?
Yeah.
So she should pop up again.
I remember that was like one of the earlier places because they started throwing her in like the 3D games. So I think X and Y is where she would have debuted, or at least that version of her.
That's where she was. Yeah, that's the one I'm
yeah.
talking about specifically. The one everyone knows about.
I gotta try that. I'm behind on Pokemon. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of dropped off with like Sword and Shield, and I got to like I got all the badges. I was gonna go after the Elite Four, and I just kind of dropped off of it. And I haven't really been back yet. I tried out Legends, like Legends Arceus, and I remember liking it, but not getting hooked, and I didn't even bother with like Scarlet and Violet.
I liked the play of Arceus.
Mm-hmm.
I like the art direction of Sword and Shield. I liked how very like it. I feel like that's the last really nicely art directed one. And then Scarlet and Motorbike, and I just wanted Tinkaton, and then I just ditched the game.
I think like the if I have to think back on the games, like there's definitely a part of me that feels like a lot of the visual identity of the series was lost when it moved to 3D, and like my favorite looking Pokemon game is Black and White. Like that, I think that generation where they got the sprites working with the like the low poly 3D backgrounds and everything, like it's such a good look, and it's missing so much texture once they tried to like go too far with the scale, I suppose. I don't know.
I think they just need longer in the oven to really sit and go, what do people want? Because if they made a 3D game that looked like, you know, the old Ken Sugimori watercolor stuff, I don't think anyone would complain. I think they just really need to sit in the oven and just go, what's the art direction for this? And for each game, maybe just think of it as that thing, like, you know, back when, you know, the upgrades in the sprite art was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Really sit with it and go, oh, is this going to be set in Shibuya kind of vibe? Then we need to be thinking about the art scene of Shibuya. What's the art scene of the UK? What's the art scene of Spain? And kind of hone in from that, I guess. I think they just need more time. They need to stay in that engine a bit longer.
From that? Huh?
What? Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Hoenn? Yeah? Anyone?
Yeah, you said it again, and it wasn't funny the next time either. But Godspeed.
We're gonna bury you out back. I do agree with you, though. I think Legends Arceus had a good direction. I don't know if the execution was quite there for me.
Yeah.
but like I like where they were going with it, even if it is like maybe a little derivative of what Breath of the Wild was doing. But I don't think games like that should always be scared of just kind of treading on the same ground as other.
Totally.
Getting sick of every Nintendo open world game. The only extra transportation mode they give you is a motorcycle, though. I'm a lot less excited about Metroid Prime 4 than I was a year ago. Get that empty desert out of my Metroid game.
Oh, I love an empty desert, though. I'm sorry, but I love deserts in real life.
I can vibe with deserts, just not a big empty desert in a Metroid. It doesn't belong there. It's like, why always a motorcycle? They gave you like, they did one in Zelda. They gave you like motorcycle Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, and now like Samus has one. And I'm just like, any other mode of transportation? Can we think of something?
Dagron.
Anyway, scary stuff in games.
Oh, is that what this podcast is about?
Maybe, I don't know.
I forgot.
Pretty scary, those motorbikes. Woof.
Well, actually, Stevie, you were talking about just like the creepy stuff that'll show up in Pokemon and stuff, because there's definitely stuff there. Especially when you start digging into like the lore of like Pokedex entries and stuff like that. Where these creatures are based off of like, myths and stuff.
Like good old Drifloon.
Yeah.
You steal those kids, buddy. You steal them.
Those trees are like lost souls too, aren't they?
Yeah, those guys. Mimikyu for being a creepy little dude.
I love Mimikyu.
Love Mimikyu.
Like, there's kind of like will-o'-the-wisp ones, right? That would lead people astray. There's so many. There's like 300,000 of those things now. It's really hard to keep on track. And they made the best one, Grandpa Dragon. So,
God. Oh my God.
But yeah, there's just like, there's an eeriness to that world, which I think the world is better for it.
Yeah.
I think that's part of why these Nintendo properties have a bit of a charm to them. There is still a bit of danger in these worlds. Like we've covered Mario, we'd even cover Hell Valley Sky Trees. Or that creepy tall ghost at the end of a level in Mario 3D Land. And Pokemon, especially with those big leaks, we learned a lot of... They take their lore maybe a bit too seriously. But yeah, there's a lot of dark elements that kind of help shape it and almost give it a bit of... I don't know, like a bit of sincerity, a bit of levity, a bit of...
Gives it stakes, too, to have that horror.
Exactly, yeah. A bit of stakes. It feels a bit more fleshed out than a standard little preschool baby game otherwise would.
Did y'all play Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
The
Agron.
the Gloom Hands? Jesus.
Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. I'm not over fucking Floor Masters, Wall Masters, Master Hand. I'm not about it. And then to bring that in, I don't need that on my spirit. I don't need that on my spirit.
Still remember the first time getting jumped by those and just like freaking the hell out. That
I'm just gonna wander around at Kanya Tower. Ha ha ha. And then that.
It was awesome.
Not on my Tuesday night. I shall not. I shall not.
Amazing.
Well, even just the underground of Hyrule, even that when you first go down, it's just like, this is creepy boots. This is creepy boots. I don't want to be here, creepy boots. And then just the eeriness of just like dead soldiers just vibing. Like, creepy boots. I'm in there just going, hi. And there's only me in there. Horrific.
I do like how often Zelda tries to tap into that. I do think at times, like Twilight Princess comes to mind, where maybe they try a little bit too hard.
I think Wind Waker did it better with the
I agree.
like Getaway, the little holiday home, where all of a sudden, what the fuck, there are zombies down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is probably one of my favorite designs and executions of the Redeads. Is in Wind Waker.
They're really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the floor masters are terrifying. Those scared me as a kid. Versus Twilight Princess.
Whole Earth Temple is just like.
Versus, it's like Twilight Princess will try to do stuff and it'll be like, oh, here's this weird trippy dream sequence. where we've got like the girl from back home is falling and laughing for some reason, and we've got Dark Link here for literally no reason whatsoever, and he's got like blank dead eyes, and it felt like a creepypasta, and I'm just like, what is this? I've tried for years to grapple with what they were going for with that section, and I cannot for the life of me like figure it out.
A lot, you know, like a lot was going on there, and it's just like, well,
I like Twilight Princess quite a lot, and it's only grown on me over time, but there are elements of it where I'm just like, yes, thank you. I saw Peter Jackson's fantasy epic trilogy. I get it.
Yeah. I've only played it through the one time. I tried playing it again on the Wii U, and I just got immediately bored.
It feels like a massive course correction from you know, not that it needed one, but just a course correction from public reception from Wind Waker, and it felt like that. Fine game, great game, but we all know that what was the better Zelda game at that time, and it was Okami. And when you fucking do that spider boss, she can fuck off too.
Oh,
she was creepy boots.
Yeah, spiders are such a like an instant instant fear enemy. Yeah. And like you said, I do like Twilight Princess a lot, but it does kind of like, I feel like it's such a great encapsulation of like this weird perception of maturity where I honestly think mature themes and ideas and everything are handled better in the cartoony world of Wind Waker than they were in Twilight Princess, which is a game I really like and taps onto things, but every time it tries to be this big, serious epic, it just kind of falls flat. Because it's like, I don't know, the stuff with like Zant and everything feels very hollow when it turns out to just be some crazy guy hopping around who gets booted for Ganondorf immediately. By the way, something Donkey Kong Bonanza did way better. But speaking of Donkey Kong, I don't know. Okay, so it's not so much a section thing. So Donkey Kong Country, I've been playing Diddy's Conquest a lot this year. I love that game. But
great
like,
soundtrack.
Oh, it's so good. David Wise, like the way that he worked with that.
Honestly, David Wise is he doesn't get enough love for the kind of music he made for Rare. I know Kurt Cope gets a lot of love, but I think Wise's stuff is phenomenal. Who
is the composer for Country 3? I know that was somebody else. It was a woman, I believe. And
I couldn't tell you.
I feel like she doesn't, because like she went for a very different tone with DKC 3. But it works so well for what that game is. And this isn't an original thought. Like, I'm not the first person to say this, but I think it was David Wise came in to redo the tracks for the GBA port of that. And it just doesn't hit the same. Like he's... Yeah. I want to see if I can find her name real quick because again, like I feel like...
Because we support women.
Huh?
We're just here and we support women, and we're not going to let her go unsung.
Yeah. Because like, like she deserves her flowers. Like, I think that whole game kind of gets shafted a bit.
Yeah.
What? Evelyn Fisher.
Evelyn, well done, mate.
Yeah.
Solid ship.
Good soundtrack. Better game than people give it credit for.
It was poppin', bub.
But in Donkey Kong Country 2, I remembered where I was originally going to go with that. The Kremlings that hide in the barrels scare me. Like they always startle me.
They get crazy though. Like in the second game, like they're psychopaths.
Well, it's like that scream that they do. It like echoes really loud and everything.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it though. Like it's like one of those things where it's like that's so jarring and weirdly like creepy, but it's also like I would have it no other way.
Yeah, legit.
I mean, it's memorable for a reason, right?
Yeah. And I think another, like, especially if we're talking games that had great atmospheric soundtracks, not so much an overtly scary game, but I do think that it uses, like, especially moments of, like, body horror and stuff like that, to a mild degree. But have you played Kena Bridge of Spirits?
No, I remember you recommending that.
But I didn't play it. I feel like a jerk.
It's really good. That's a really good game. I say body horror. It's got very, like, PG moments of just, like, you know, some very brief body contortion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it sticks with me, and I think a lot of it comes down to the brilliant soundtrack. Theophany is what he goes by. Something of a stage name. But he, especially if you look into, he did a couple of albums redoing tracks from Majora's Mask. The albums are called Time's End, and he loves incorporating sounds, naturalistic, like little motifs and stuff like that into the music. Like, it's all just part of the track. And it just puts you in it. It's one of those where, like, you sit down and you just, like, listen to it. It's not a passive experience. And the soundtrack that he did for Kena, I think, God, it's so good, and it invokes despair really well when it needs to. That's a great game. I need more people to play that.
I'll give it a try. You've spoken too highly about it for me to not give it a look now.
Yeah, I really do have to try it at some point. I'm surprised I don't have it yet, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to oversell it, obviously, but, like, it meant a lot to me. Like, I really enjoyed that game.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Did anybody else just have any, like, what are just, like, weird out of, not out of place, but just moments that caught you off guard in games? Stuff like that.
A little think.
I mean, there's certainly a lot of, like, to bring it back to the blue rat. I mean, I don't think we can end this without talking about the creepy elements of Sonic CD, Tails doll, even Pumpkin Hill. You know?
Yeah.
It's like Sonic City is such a vibe. I'm gonna make another video about that soon, I think, because I really want to talk about the weird elements of that. And I mean, I think there's a reason why this month specifically I'm seeing more uptick in my Tails doll video, because yeah, it's this weird thing. And I don't know. Like, I don't know what else I can say I've not already said about it, though.
Sure. That is, like, though, I totally get what you mean, because there are moments of Sonic CD that... Sonic CD is a fun one for me, because that's a game where you actually do just, like, stop and just take in the atmosphere a lot. And I feel like when Sonic CD really wants to just kind of sell a different kind of tone, it's so good at that. I love that game, dude.
Good fucking game.
Yeah, it is.
One that kind of comes to mind, though. Did you guys ever play, like, Animal Crossing Late at Night?
Yes.
And the UFO stuff?
Very long time ago. Oh, yeah.
Like, you just be, like, you're up, you're playing Animal Crossing, the whole thing, so you probably just can't sleep, you're just vibing and stuff, and then you just go into your house with your little TV on, and the alien broadcast? It just felt so out of nowhere. It really creeped me out. I know, like, it gets talked about a lot for, like, Animal Crossing folk, but when you play Wild World the first time, you're like, oh, the happy animals are my birds, and that come up? That was incredibly jarring. Super weird and jarring.
It's super cool, and it's like one of those things that's never explained, it's not overdone, it just is. It's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love stuff like that.
Yeah, me too. Oh, dog. My dog's not looking at me.
Oh.
Well, I think I got everything I wanted to say out of my chest.
Yeah, I suppose so. It was a fun topic. I do appreciate the suggestion there, because that stuff where it's just like I might, you know, going forward, just as I'm playing games and stuff, just might be like keeping an eye out for that sort of thing a little bit more often. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love that kind of stuff. I hope more games I mean, again, like I said, I think more of that's just becoming its own genre than it is like Easter eggs, but I hope we see more of that stuff.
And there'll always be like the more like standard stuff, like the things that you come to expect. Like everybody's gets like about like Gygus and Earthbound and like how weird and messed up things get towards the end of that game. But I feel like that was just a part of the darker stages that story went in. It doesn't feel like it was as jarring, I suppose, depending on who you ask, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those things where it's just like anybody listening in, like definitely comment like what are some things that stood out to you, especially when you're a kid, where things like may have stuck out as creepier.
Yeah, definitely. That's when I think it makes the most impact. So I love to hear like other folks have as a kid got spooked out by that damn eel.
Yeah,
we all did.
Oh, fuck that eel, dude.
That and the damn piano.
Oh, fuck that game.
I just wanted you to feel something, man.
I feel terror every waking hour now. Fuck them. Fuck that Mario. The art direction for that game, pretty mid. Suck it.
Damn, okay.
Oh my god.
I'm saying, Vector Man looking ass fucking game. Fucking ill.
Jesus Christ.
Well, Stevie, Nick, is there anything that you would like to plug? Anything that you're working on, or anything that you'd like to just kind of throw out there before we head out?
Nah.
Come see us at UK SonicCon. And maybe consider buying Pathologic 3. I didn't work on it. I just want that game to do well. So just get on that, guys.
Oh, is that out now?
Not yet. The demo's out though to enjoy. And if you play
Okay.
Pathologic 2 and you go in expecting Pathologic 2 but just with Danielle, you're in for a surprise. It's a different beast and very, very good. Looking forward to the game releasing in the next few months.
Very cool. I remember
But
you.
yeah, come to SonicCon, buy my shit.
Yeah, I remember us bringing up Pathologic last year. That's something I still need to sink my teeth into properly.
Now's the time. You treat yourself. You deserve nice things.
Yep, I believe it. Of course, I do want to just thank the two of you for joining me here today. It's very cool just kind of having the same little crew back to sort of round things out, but also just to everybody that's been listening in for the past year. Thank you so much for supporting this just little side project, this little podcast. I intend to keep this going for quite some time, so it doesn't end here. With all of that said, I'm working on the Skies of Arcadia review. That's going to be the next big one, and then I've got Snatcher is going to be the Christmas special for this
hell
year,
yeah.
which is going to be fun.
Hell yeah.
It's the 13th episode. Spooky. Oh, God.
Oh, wait.
Oh, beans.
Wait, that kind of came together, didn't it? Yeah.
It's like you planned it.
I actually did not plan
Yeah, you did.
that. Okay.
Well,
I planned it.
well done.
I'm smart.
Well done, Wayne.
Well done, Wayne. We're so proud of you, Wayne.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next mission.